Shalom everyone and happy Hoshana Rabbah. What's Hoshana Rabbah? Well, if you're asking that question, you're in good company. For centuries, Jews have wondered what exactly is this strange holiday tacked on to the end of Sukkot. It in fact is the seventh day of Sukkot, and it's mentioned nowhere in the Torah. It's first mentioned in the Mishnah, the first layer of rabbinic literature. And it's a holiday that has a lot of peculiar folk traditions attached to it. One of the main things we do in Hoshana Rabbah is have a very long morning service. And if you were at our morning services today, on our virtual services, you would see we take out the arava. This is the willow branch that we put into our lulav bouquet. And we beat it. We beat it to the ground. It's kind of an odd ritual. And we take all of them, we just beat them. The willow, the arava, represents people who are of the least learning and of the fewest good actions. And so we beat it as a symbolic gesture to the mystical idea that on Hoshana Rabbah, on this seventh day of Sukkot, where our judgment is finally sealed. So not actually Yom Kippur, but a grace period of another few days, culminating in this day of Hoshana Rabbah. Now, part of the liturgy that we recite are these hakafot, these circles where we do Hoshanot, they're called. And we sing, and there's a whole tradition around it. And it culminates in this amazing expression of messianic hope, a part of the liturgy called Kol Mivaser. And it's referring to Elijah the prophet heralding in this messianic era of salvation. Now, the word Mivaser in Hebrew is connected to spreading of news, really like heralding something. The phrase Kol Mivaser brings to mind all different forms of spreading the word, spreading news. And as we approach the seventh day of Sukkot, I want us to think about who in our community helps us spread the news, who tells us the news. In particular, I want to draw our attention to Jewish media outlets, really important local and national purveyors of information for our whole community. At this time, these organizations, these publications are actually in real jeopardy. You might have noticed that the New Jersey Jewish News closed after decades of faithfully serving our region. You might have noticed other major papers going just digital, like The Forward and more recently, the Jewish Week from New York. These are major papers and really high quality papers that we were very lucky to have, even in their attenuated forms. And they're papers worth supporting. Before I lived in Canada, and the Canadian Jewish News, which is a phenomenal source of information and really high-level journalism, had to fold just a few months ago, and it was really tragic to see that. So, as we say Kol Mivaser and think about spreading the news, I encourage us in the modern context to think about what kind of news do you get? What kind of news could you subscribe to help support your Jewish community and get the word out? And speaking of spreading the word, I want to remind you of a really great Simchat Torah celebration we have planned for tomorrow night, Saturday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, at the regular Beth link. Everyone is warmly welcome to help us celebrate the Torah, the culmination of the annual reading cycle, with song and with spirits, lots of spirits. We're actually going to be featuring our very own Melissa Huff, who used to be a bartender, and she has prepared for us mixed drinks virtually, and you should have gotten the email with all of the ingredients you need to stock up your pantry, so go out to the store today and make sure you are prepared. Every drink's going to correspond to a book of the Torah and different Jewish themes, and there'll also be non-alcoholic options for those who do not do alcohol. We're also going to have congregants leading singing and a virtual tour of the Torah. So a lot of exciting things to look forward to. And just as a bonus to this email, for those of you watching this video in email format, we're including 2 extra videos today. One is of the holiday tomorrow, which is Shmini Atzeret. I wrote a song for the religious school last year for Shmini Atzeret. Since nobody knows any Shmini Atzeret songs, I said we have to have one. You know, it's this time of year when your boss or your coworkers or your teachers say, I was with you when you told me about Rosh Hashanah. I know about Yom Kippur. When you started talking about Shmini Atzeret, that's when I thought you were making this up. So you can show this to your friends and show them that it's a real holiday. And finally, we're including the virtual mini choir rendition of Achat Sha'alti from Psalm 27, which we recite for the last time seasonally as part of our liturgy today, Hoshana Rabbah. And just remember that tonight we have services at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, virtually, and then tomorrow and Sunday we have 9:30 services each morning. Remember that tomorrow we have Yizkor as part of Shmini Atzeret services, and of course Simchat Torah, Saturday night 7 p.m. and Sunday morning 9:30. I want to wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom, tonight happy Shmini Atzeret, and of course happy Simchat Torah. But for now, again, I want to wish you a very, very happy Hoshana Rabbah. Hoshana, 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 Hoshana. Shabbat Shalom.